Okay, good morning everyone. How are you guys doing today? Good. So today we will be talking about if-else conditional statement in Java programming. So just a quick recap on what we did last time. Um, we talked about Java user input or scanner. So if you can remember, we were able to tackle user input and where there are options we created a syntax that is able to get an output input from the user, and we use that input to create a syntax, right? So if you can remember, these are the things that we did last time. So this is the syntax is asking us to enter name, age, and salary, say Jason, okay, 21, and then 2,000 for salary. So when I press on enter, okay, everything that we inputted here is printed on the output. So that's what we did last time. That's what we call um, Java user input or scanner. All right. So today we will proceed to uh, if else or Java if else, and we will be utilizing conditional statement, Java if else. All right. So for Java conditions and if statements, Java supports the usual logical condition from mathematics. So if you see equations like this one, so we are using less than here. This one, okay, is what we call less than or equal to. So I also have here greater than if it's pointing to the right. This is greater than or equal to. Uh, two equals is equal to, all right? And punctuation mark and equals is equals to, not equal. All right? And you can use these conditions to perform different actions for different decisions. Java has the following condition statements. Use if to specify a block of code to be executed, and if a specific condition is true. Use else to specify the block of code to be executed in the same condition if false. We have else if to specify a new condition to test, and the first condition is false. So this the if statement. Let's talk about the if statement. This is an example of a syntax that is using if else. So so this is the syntax according to the example here. If 20 is uh, greater than 18, all right, then if this is true, okay, um, if this is the logical statement, if it's true that 20 is greater than 18, then it will print this one. So inside the this curly brace here, open and close, it will execute if the statement is true. 20 is greater than 18. Example. Uh, Obviously, yes, this is true. But if we change this to, say, 17, okay, is 17 greater than 18? Let's try. Let's run. I don't know if you noticed, but obviously 17 is not greater than 18. Then it should not do anything. As you can see, it's still keep on running. So there's no output at all. Because again, 17 is not greater than 18. And there's no another if here if the statement if what are you gonna be doing if the statement here is false. So there. So that's so say for example you have 90 here, right? Let's have it run. Is 90 greater than 18? Definitely yes, right? But what do you think will be the output? The output is still going to be the same because the one that we put here is dependent, okay, dependent on what we, the output is dependent on what we put here inside the parentheses. All right, so if you put it like this, you change the text here, of course, the number is greater than 18, then it should show that one. Okay, this statement is true. If 90 is greater 18, then print this one. the number is greater than 18, right? But if it's less than 18, say 12, if you have it run, it's not gonna do anything. There shouldn't be any output. There, it's blank. Okay, so um, um, so we have the else statement here. All right, so we will add else statement in our example here. So if I have, you can actually create multiple if here if you want. So let's say, let's talk about grades. If uh, if if 80 is greater than 75, then pass. If 65 is uh, less than 75, then fail. Okay, let's try to run this one. So, what do you think the answer for this one? Okay, it shows passed and failed. Why? It's because the first one here, first condition is, is it true that 80 is greater than 75? It's true, right? So that's why it's printing passed here. That's up. And another condition here, if 65 is less than, is 65 less than 75? Okay, that's true, right? So that's why it's printing failed. But if we put it here 80, do you think 80 is is less than 75? 80 is less than 75. Is that true or a false? That's obviously a false. That's why it's not printing anything here. Okay, so I hope you learn. I hope you understand if else condition. Okay, I have another example here. So the output here, there is a declaration here. The value of time is 22. Okay, so if 22, which is the value of time, is less than 10, then print good morning. Else if the value of time is less than 20, then print good day. All right. Else, if it's if this is false and this is false, then this will be the one that will be printed out. Let's say let's change the number to 50. Is let's check on the first statement. Is 50, which is the value of time, is 50 less than 10? Is it true that 50 is less than 10? Is 50 less than 10? Obviously not, right? Because 50 is greater than 10. That's why it will skip this statement here. It will go to the next one. So another statement here. Is 50 great or less than 20? Obviously not, right? It's more than 20. So that's why it will skip this one as well. So if this is statement is false, this is also false, then the output will be good evening. When I click on run, the output should be good evening. See? So let's change this to, let's say, 15. What do you think will be the output? Is 15 less than 10? Obviously, that's false, right? So it will not print this one. It will skip this line. It will go to the next line. Is 15 less than 20? That's true, right? Because obviously 15 is less than 20. That's why the next, the output should be this one. All right, let's try to run. All right, so there. That's why it's printing good day. All right, so that is or Java statement, Java if else for you guys. All right, so let's proceed. So you can actually read some other things here that's on the screen, and let's go ahead and do a practice syntax. So I have here a syntax that is able to generate. Okay, this I have here a syntax that is able to generate a grade of a customer using scanner. So let me run. Let me put this here at the side. Let me run this one. So my class name is sample 3. So Java C sample 3.java. So no error, Java sample 3. Alright, so notice this is my program. Again, this is scanner. So system.out.println enter grade. So that's why when I press enter here, enter grade came out, right? So next. So uh, now it's asking us to enter the grade. So we will get the input of the customer, okay, or the student, and we will the amount or the out or the character that will be inputted here will be equals automatically to grade. So since we're talking about grade, we're talking about grades, definitely it's a number, right? So let's put in here, say 76, right? So I inputted here 76. Now the value of grade is now equals to 76 because that's the one we inputted here. And that is because of this line here. So we get the information, it is now stored on this one. The value for this one is the one that inputted here. This is now the container or the variable, right? So if grade, which is 76, this is the first statement. If grade is greater than 75, okay, you print this out. If grade is less than 75, then print this out. So basing on what I inputted here, what do you think will be the answer? Is it going to be the passed or failed? Let's observe the syntax. So again, the value of this is 76. Is 76 greater than 75? Is it greater than 75? Right, yes, that is greater than 75. Meaning, the one that will be, the output will be print line. It will print on another line and it will say, you passed. Let's try to enter. There. So you passed. That is because the value of grade, which is the one that we inputted here, 76, it's true that 76 is greater than 75. So that is why it's now printing, okay, you passed because the statement is true. All right. So if this statement is true, it will just ignore the second one. All right. So next, let's have another example. Let's say I'll put here 69, right? When I press enter, let's read the syntax once again from the top. Is grade, which is 69, greater than 75? No, it's not, right? It's not greater than. It's less than. So this statement is false. Let's when it's false, it will read the next line. So is 76 is grade which is equals to 76 less than 75? Is it true that it's less than 75? I mean 69 less than 75. The statement here is true, right? So that's why um it should be printing failed. So let's print here 69 once again. So it's printing 69. All right. What if I'll go ahead and put in here 75? What do you think will be the answer? So let's run through the grade again. If grade, which is the value of or the value of grade is 75, is 75 greater than 75? What do you think? And if it's true, then it should print this one. If it's false, then it will skip to another line. Is 75 less than 75? What do you think? Let's go ahead and run. What happened, guys? It's not printing any. The reason why it's not printing any, the reason why it's because obviously 75 is not greater than 75. That's why it skipped this. Yeah, this line, he skipped it. The next line, okay, 75 is not less than 75, obviously. That's why it skipped it once again. Alright, so that's why it's not printing anything. So this will go, if that's the case, we wanted to show 75 here as passed, obviously, right? Because 75 is passed. You can either put this one on your syntax. Greater than or equals. Alright, so if we go back to the statement here, we have this one. Okay? Greater than or equals to. Okay, we have less than or equals to. So, meaning, on our syntax, if grade, which is the value of 75, greater than or equals to, okay, 75, then the output will be, let me run the Java C first. Okay, output 75. The output now is you pass. That is because this is obviously true, right? Um, it's greater than and it is equals to, obviously 75 is equals to 75. So that's why it's printing you pass. All right, so that is if conditional statement for you guys. All right, okay, let's add another example. So we will add here else if. Okay, and we have here else if uh, grade, okay, is less than or greater than, okay, greater than or let's just have greater than 100. Okay, so again, if we open, there should be a partner close, open, close. So this is the statement, system dot out dot print line, uh, impossible grade. Why or I put it impossible grade? Because have you tried having grades that are beyond 100? Right? There's none, right? So let me explain this syntax to you. I want you to create a syntax that is able to generate, that is able to accept grades from 1 to 99 only. So if it goes beyond 100, then definitely there should be an error, or it should inform us that that is an impossible grade, right? There's no such thing as 100 plus grade, okay? And let's add another grade here that's saying uh, grade that is less than, okay, uh, less than 1, or there's no such thing as 1 also, so let's just have it, let's say 50, let's just say 1 or 10, okay, because as far as I know, as long as you even though you don't have any attendance, automatically you will have a, let's say 10, all right, let's say 10, you have a grade of 10. So if you encountered a grade that is lower than uh, say lower than number 10, okay, let's say uh, too much, uh, let's say impossible grade, let's say if it's lower than 10, study harder, get serious, dude. Okay. Probably the person is not really serious about his grade. So, and then let's have here else. Okay, let's just have that one. Okay, so let's try. Let's say I have a grade that is 150. Alright, when I press on enter, the output is impossible grade. So it's saying impossible grade because, again, when we try to check on the program here, okay, this is false, this is false, this is also, this is the one that is true. So if grade is greater than 100, if it's beyond 100, then this is the output, impossible grade. Let's try to check. Um, say the grade is negative 50. Let's press enter. Gets you failed. Get serious, dude. Right? It's giving us you failed because it gets it. By the way, why is it printing you failed? Not only get serious, dude. The reason why it's because it's also printing you failed because it's true, right? That negative 50 is less than 75. Also, it's less than 10 as well, right? So that's why it's printing true. All right. Alrighty. So I think that will be all for this example. Okay. Um, let's have another example just to make sure you understand what I discussed to you guys. Let's not talk about grade. Let's say in order. No, let's say price. Okay. Let's say price is 1,000. Let's create a syntax. Okay, let's create a syntax that is able to generate a discount of a customer. Uh, you have a discount. You don't have a discount. Not price, but total. The total amount of the customer, uh, let's say that the customer's total order in a grocery is entitled a discount if the customer exceeded 1,000. If the total amount of the customer is 1,000, then he will be uh, provided with the system, you have a discount. So let's try to check on that. Okay, enter price. Let's say the total amount is the customer got 2,000. So when I press enter, okay, it's saying you have a discount because this statement is true, right? It's greater than or equals to 1,000. 2,000 is definitely greater than or equals to that, right? So that's why it's printing this one. The code else here, meaning if it's the other way around, meaning if the output here, let's say output here is 50. So when I press on enter, give me 1 second. All right. Um, so what do you think will be the output, guys, basing on this when I put on 50? What do you think will be the output? I want you guys to think. The output will be, what was that again? So the output is, have you guessed it right? It's, you don't have a discount. Obviously, it's because 2000, I mean 50 is not greater than, right? So if it's not greater than, so the one that's going to be, the output is this one. The one the system will read is syntax here. It says else. Alright. So there is another example here that we can do with regards to conditional statement. Let's say the uh, I don't want a statement. I want to have a syntax that will generate, that will compute the 10% of the customer's total. You get my point? 10% of the uh, customer's total amount. So when we, for example, when we put here, let's say the customer's price is 5,000. Obviously, 5,000, the customer is entitled for a discount because he go beyond 1,000, right? So he is entitled, when we click on enter, it should generate not you have a discount, but it will generate your your discounted amount is this one. All right. So how are we going to do that? So uh, let's say I still wanted to have a, a text still, but I will continue that one. I wanted to have this one in discount. So in discount, I want to create a syntax that is able to generate the 10% discount of that customer's money, or total customer of that. I mean total amount of that customer. Say int discount is equals to total, which is the value of the one that we inputted there, times 0.10. 0.10 is equivalent to 10%. And then after that, I will enclose that, okay, to parenthesis, because the answer of this one will be subtracted to the total amount. Alright, so uh, let me explain that later on. So I want you now to total amount, okay, equals to plus discount. See, here you are not entitled for discount. Not entitled for discount. So there, let's try to understand this one. Okay, let me run this real quick. Oh, it's giving us an error. Okay, let's try to check what seems to be the problem with the error. Okay, so the reason why we have an error here, because you understand that we have decimal number here, right? And obviously int is a kind of data type that do not handle whole number. I mean, who is not able to handle decimal number. So that's why we'll change this to double. All right, let's have it run. See, it's not giving us an error. Okay, so let's say, for example, the total grocery amount of that customer is 100. Let's press enter. See, you are not entitled for discount. It's because it's reading this syntax, because it's not true that the 100, which is the value of total, is greater than, it's not greater than 1,000, right? So let's create another example. Let's say customers grocery total is 50,000. Try to press the enter. What do you think happened, guys? So, enter total 5,000. Congratulations. Total amount to pay is 45,000. It's kind of confusing, right? But let's use a lesser number. Let's say 1,000. Alright, so why is it saying congratulations still? It's because of the syntax equals. So if 1000 is greater than or equals to 1000, then do this command here. So what happened? Why is it saying 900? Okay, let's open my calculator. So if you check on our this equation, let's do this first because this is the one that is enclosed with quotation mark. I mean parenthesis. The value of total is 1,000, right? And we multiply it to 0.10. 1,000 times 0.10. The answer is 100. And then, so the value of the one that is enclosed in the parenthesis is 100. Then we minus that to the total, which is 1,000. So 1,000 minus 100, the answer is obviously 900. That is why when we try to print it out, we put a discount, which is the value of the answer of this one. So that's why we have this amount here. Total amount to pay, 900. Alrighty. So again, it will not limit you into printing only conditional statement. Okay, it also depends on how you going to create a syntax between or the command between the open and close curly brace. Whatever function you do inside it, if it's true, then it will do it for you. So that's conditional statement for you guys. And when we're talking about in here, the condition are all numbers. Let's talk about conditions that are characters. All right. Let me have my sample number 2. So this is an example of um, 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 a condition that is string. All right, it's different because it's not greater than, it's not equals, but it's just saying that equals. Let's try to have a try. Uh, example 2. So I want you to create a syntax that is able to generate a customer's order. Say if we press on A, if we type A, if you're familiar with Jollibee, they just wanna do this. It's just a bunch of codes. So let's say the customer selected C1 or C2 or C3. So when you click on customer A, okay, the customer, you ordered burger and fries. If we selected B, you ordered spaghetti and burger. If you selected C, you ordered chicken. If you selected not in the options, you selected none of the choices. Okay, observe. Select order A, B, C, and none of the choices because I only created A, B, C. And these are the packages that we have for A, B, C as per here. If A is equals to you order burger fries, B order spaghetti and burger, and you order chicken. So what did I do? Okay, the first thing I need the first thing I did here is that I created a, of course, scanner. Okay, system select order, then string option. So string option A, that next line. So it will convert the one that we inputted here into string. So the value is, the container is option. So whatever is inputted here equals to option. So if option, okay, this is how the syntax, if you're going to have an input of characters, okay, if option dot equals A, okay, observe, I put it on a parenthesis, and then there is a quotation mark, again, string. So if this is true, then print this one out. Okay, if this is true, print this one out. If this is true, print this one out. Alright. That's why when I else here is the last part, because if anything, if it's not, if the character is not inside A, B, and C, then this will be printed out. I'll give you an example. Let's say I printed here number 3. So when I press enter here, it should say you selected none of the choices because it's not on the choices. Alright, that's just basically it. So let's say capital letter A. Do you think it will go through? It will print you order burger and fries? Let's press enter. Still, you selected none of the choices. Again, remember Java is very much strict with regards to proper casing. Alright, I hope you learned something with regards to conditional statement. After this video, we will have an activity with regards to our uh, discussion for today. All right. So if you have any questions, again, please leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to assist you guys. And if you have some suggestions, if you want to raise another example, guys, we can do collab. Just we, we could talk online and we'll record everything and so that we get to be more collaborative with regards to our outputs. All right. So once again, if you wanted to uh, say want me to check out your output, just do the screenshot so that I can reply to you right away. Don't send codes because sometimes I'm out of the house or the office or yeah, I'm out of the house. So when I check on the syntax, I'll be able to respond right away. All right. So once again, I am happy to teach you guys Java programming. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed Java programming, guys. And see you on my next video. All right. Goodbye.